We live in a country where 61% of people voted in the last election. We live in a country where, of that 61%, if you were to carve it up by demographics, you would see that the 30 and under demographic is voting closer to 40 to 45%. You know, we can say get involved and we can try and convince people to get involved. Politicians have to give us a message and have to, present a message that where we want to get involved. We don't have to try and twist people's arms. The job of a politician is to engage people, to provide enough of a platform and a set of ideas that people want to get behind to the point that people are going to get engaged and come out to vote. I was born in the riding and grew up in the riding. After attending Melbourne, I went off to university at Queen's University in Kingston. I was there for 7 years, and I did my undergrad in politics there, and I also went to law school there. I'm pretty glad I did my undergrad there, as I met my wife in my second year, and we've been together ever since. So after graduating from Queen's Law, my wife and I moved back here. She worked as a head chef at a cafe while I worked downtown at a Bay Street law firm. We graduated, we got married, and then we actually went right back to school, and I attended the University of Oxford in the UK and doing my Master's of Law. At Oxford, I studied political theory and constitutional law. There was a focus on Canadian constitutional law in particular. It was a great experience. You meet people from all over the world. Although one thing I will say is I can't tell you how many people came up to me, whether from Germany or India or Australia, and they would say, "Great to meet you. So great to meet a Canadian. You Canadians are all so nice. But what is wrong with the current Canadian government?" It's a valid question within Canada, but it's funny to hear it from people from outside of Canada as well. In Canada's defense, my quick response was to say, well, hang on, only 24% of people actually voted for this government. In this riding in particular, they want that honesty out of their politicians. For 20 years, this was a Liberal riding, and how was it won by the NDP? It was won by Jack Layton, who was a charismatic individual, and I think he did put honesty first and foremost in his politics. I think, Harper is the exact opposite of that. I don't think Harper's even on the map in this riding for good reason. I mean, we can talk about the conservative criminal justice policy, which is clearly geared not at getting at the right answer, but at getting at as many votes as possible. They like to say they're tough on crime, and we've got mandatory minimum sentences when, the literature from 20 years ago says that mandatory minimum sentences, those don't make any sense. We've got Texas moving away from large prison populations, and we're moving towards that model. I'm asking for you to do two very simple things. One, sign up for the Liberal Party of Canada, $10, not too much of an imposition. And two, show up to a nomination meeting, likely to take place end of March, early April. You'll of course know when it is. I will be sure to let you know, and vote for me. So 10 minutes of your time. $10, 10 minutes, and that's all I'm asking.